video, we are going to see a problem on tetrahedron. Here is the question. A tetrahedron PQRS of 50 mm long edges has edge PQ in the HP. The edge RS is inclined at 30 degree and 45 degree to HP and VP respectively. Draw its projections. Whatever the conditions are given, I'll explain that in the problem. First, by reading, we understood that the type of solid is a tetrahedron. So I'll draw the diagram for that. So here is the diagram of a tetrahedron. It consists of an equilateral triangular base. Next, there are even equilateral triangular faces, and these are the slant edges of the tetrahedron. So tetrahedron is a solid in which the base is in the form of an equilateral triangle. Even the three triangular faces, they are in the form of an equilateral triangle, and there are the slant edges connected to a common vertex which is called as apex or point O. Next, in the question it is mentioned that tetrahedron PQRS 50 mm long edges has edge PQ in the HP. If any one of the edge is in HP, it means the entire tetrahedron is in HP. And when it is resting in HP, then when we are looking from top, we can see the equilateral triangular base. And since it has an edge in HP, that condition I'll explain it in the problem itself. Now it is mentioned that it has an edge PQ in the HP. So for that, I'll draw a vertical line. Measure 50 mm over it. Taking this 50 mm in the compass, drawing an arc here, cutting it from the other side. So we get the intersection point. And here I'll join the corners to get that equilateral triangular base looking from top. Then here I'll find the apex. Apex will be located exactly at the center. For that, I'll have to take the midpoint of this side, which is 50 mm. Half of that, that is 25. Joining it with this opposite corner. Next, I can take any of the sides and again take the midpoint of that and joining it to the opposite corner. Then the intersection of these two lines will give me the apex point O. I'll connect it to the corner so that we get the slant edge of this tetrahedron in the top view. Next, I'll give the notation. It is given that tetrahedron PQRS. So edge PQ, it is resting on this edge PQ. This I'll call it as R, and apex O I'll name it as S. So that is an edge RS. Apex will be projected upwards. Similarly, point R. Here I'll get the points as P dash, comma Q dash. This is R dash. Next, I'll measure the distance in the compass, that is of this equilateral triangular edge, which is 50 mm. So measuring this 50, keeping it on this corner, which is R, dash and marking it over this line which is passing through the apex. That will give us the height of the tetrahedron. Next, after making this tetrahedron, light, I'll now make it dark, that is drawing the top view and front view dark. So here is this apex S and in the front view it is S dash. So that forms an axis of the tetrahedron. Now I'll see what is given in this question. So now I'll read the condition. The edge RS is inclined at 30 degree and 45 degree to HP and VP respectively. In this case, if it is inclined at 30 degree to HP, that inclination is called as theta, and inclination with 3t, that is called as phi. So inclination with HP will be seen in VP. So in the next stage, this edge RS will be made inclined at 30 degree with HP so that it is visible in VP. And for that, we have to follow some special procedure that I'll explain it here. First of all, I'll draw a parallel line parallel to RS because this is the edge which is to be made inclined. So parallel to this, from P dash Q dash, I am drawing a light line. Next, keeping this line as the reference, and here this is point P dash Q dash. So here I'll drop a perpendicular, that is drawing a 90-degree line on R dash S dash. I'm dropping a perpendicular here, and I'll explain this step. Now when I drop a perpendicular here, in that case, I'll call this point as M dash. Now, if the angle of RS which we want is 30 degree, which is given here 30 degree with HP. So if RS is 30, this angle is 90. It means the angle of this green line, which is M dash P dash Q dash, this line, its inclination will be 90 minus 30, that will give us 60. So to plot it, first I'll take a point and from that I'll measure 60 degree, that is first I will be drawing this line. So measuring 60 degree, drawing a light line through it. Now when RS is inclined, it will turn about P dash Q dash. So here I'll say that this is point P dash Q dash. Next, I'll measure the distance from P dash Q dash up to M dash, and then I'll mark it over here from P dash Q dash up to M dash. Now, if we see here, this line M dash P dash Q dash is perpendicular to RS. So if I draw this line, next I'll have to drop a perpendicular, then only I will get RS. So for that, keeping on this point which is M dash, I'll drop a 90-degree line. Then the distance between M dash to R and S, they are same. So I can take any one of the distance. That is, if I'm taking from M dash to S dash, it will be same as M dash to R dash. So now, keeping this same distance, I'll mark one point here and the other point in this direction. So this will become S dash, and here we have R dash. Then joining them with the help of light line, next if I measure this angle, that is with respect to horizontal, now we can see that the angle of RS, R dash, S dash is 30 degree as it was mentioned, and I had used this procedure to complete the problem. So this angle is 30 degree, and this is perpendicular. Then I'll make it dark. Now, after making this inclined, that is RS at an angle of 30 degree with HP as it was given in the problem, this is the front view of this tilted tetrahedron, and it is tilting about its edge PQ, which is P dash Q dash in the front view. Now I'll draw the top view for it, and for that the reference is here, that is observer. So when we are looking from top, those points needs to be projected first, which are closer to us as an observer. So you can see that S dash is closer to observer, so that will be projected first. And then S from the top view. Wherever they intersect, that gives me point S. Then R dash from the front view. Then point R from the top view. So we have R here. Next, P and Q, P dash Q dash from the front view. Then point P from the top view. And point Q. So here we have point P and Q. Next, we have to join them, and for that, if we are looking at it as an observer from top, R dash S dash will be visible, so that will be a dark line. Next, P to R, P to S, S to Q and R to Q, that will be connected because they are outline, so they will never be hidden because outline are never hidden in drawing. So I'll make dark whatever is the visible portion. Then I'll join P dash Q dash with the help of dotted line because P dash Q dash is going behind the observer. So that will be connected with the help of dotted line or hidden line. And here is the complete top view. Now, after this, that is completing the top view, the next condition is edge RS is inclined at 30 degree to HP. We have seen it. Now it is 45 degree to VP. So in the next condition, if it is inclined to VP, then in that case it will be visible in HP. So RS will be made inclined in HP so that the inclination is with VP, and for that here I'll take a point. inclined at 45 degree. Now over this I'll mark this length RS. So we have tilted it in this direction. In this problem, nothing was mentioned that either the apex should be closer to observer or apex should be away from the observer, base should be closer or away. So we can draw it anyhow. So here I have taken R and this is S. Next, I have to mark points P and Q. For that, I require this line, that is the distance between point R and this dotted line. Then it is perpendicular to RS. So dropping a perpendicular here. Drawing a light line. Next, over this I'll mark points P and Q. So measuring it from this center up to point P, and same will be the distance for point Q. Now when it has been tilted in this direction, point P is located here, point Q is in this direction. Now I'll join it with the help of light line first. Then drawing the dark lines and hidden lines as I have drawn it here. So first of all, P dash Q dash or PQ will be dotted. Next, connecting the remaining points with the help of dark line. Next, joining RS with the help of dark line. Now this is the tetrahedron and here I have drawn the top view for it. Next, to project its front view, observer is in this direction. Now as an observer, those points which are closer to us, that will be projected first. So if we see here, Q, S and P, they are closer, so projecting them first. Point P, so P and P dash, wherever they intersect, that will give us point P double dash. Next, point S, and here we have S dash. So wherever S and S dash they intersect, that will give me S double dash. Next, point Q, here point Q and Q dash, wherever they intersects, that gives us Q double dash. Then point R, projected upwards from the front view, R dash. Where they intersect, that will give me the point R double dash. Now as an observer, when we are looking from this direction, the entire base is visible. Points P, S and Q, they are visible, so they will be drawn first with the help of light line, connecting P double dash, S double dash, and then S with Q. Visible. Next, when we are looking as an observer here, even the length QR is visible. So Q to R will be a dark line. Next, R and S will be connected. It is also visible. Next, so the only hidden line will be P double dash R double dash, because they are going away from the observer, as we can see in the top view. The line PR is away from the observer, so it will be hidden. Then I'll make it dark. Then P double dash R double dash will be connected with the help of dotted line or hidden line. So as we can see here, the triangular faces which are visible to us are P double dash S double dash Q double dash, Q double dash R double dash S double dash, and the remaining triangular faces, they are hidden or going behind the observer. So now if we see here, P double dash R double dash and Q double dash, that is P, Q and R going behind the observer. Next, P double dash S double dash and R double dash, that is R, S, P in the top view again behind the observer. So they are hidden. So in this way the tetrahedron will look like as per the given conditions. And finally giving it the dimensions. Drawing parallel line through it. Then giving the dimensions to this side. RS is equal to, that will be same, it is 50 mm, and here this is RQR, 50 mm side. Then the true length, and with this we complete the problem.